Hi everyone, today we will learn about OneStream application properties and point of view. So let's start with application properties. So you can see application properties under application tab, and then you can go to tools, and there you can see this application properties here. So in application properties also we have three tabs: general, dimension and standard report. So let's see about the general tab. In general tab you can see global point of view. There we have global scenario and global time. So global scenario and time must be set before user runs workflow or reports. Global scenario is the default scenario users will see when looking at the workflow, and global time is the default time users will see when looking at the workflow. Second is the company information. In company name, you can place the company name here to appear automatically on generated reports from the cube view. In logo file, you can attach a logo in order to appear it on the cube views and report. Here, the requirement is that image format of the PNG is required approximately 50 pixels high. The next is workflow channels. So workflow channels, basically the origin dimension controls the data load, but in some cases other user-defined dimensions require their own layer of logging. For example, a company plans by entity and by product. One entity can have 5 products done by different people. So each channel can be logged separately to protect the layer of data instead of logging the entire entity. Okay, so that way we can use these workflow channels for UDs. The next one is formatting. In formatting, we can set here a number format. This shows the format for numeric values displayed throughout the application. This setting can be overwritten through the cube views formatting. Here we have different options. If we choose N0, then this setting will not show any decimals or zeros. N1 to N6 settings will show amount of decimals. So for example, if N2 is chosen, then 2 decimals are displayed. N5 will display 5 decimal. Okay, so let's move to the next part, that is currencies. So here you can see we have defined currencies. So all currencies which are used in application must be listed here in order to be used on entity, and that it is used for any translation of entity or enter any rates. So this is very important that you should have all currencies listed here. In transformation, again you have that enforce global POV, which is set to false. That means if you have set it to true, that means you can enforce current workflow to use this global POV. The next one is allow loads before workflow view year. So if this is set to true, this will enforce the current workflow view setting to allow data loading to time periods prior to the current workflow year. If this is set to false, data cannot be imported to time periods prior to the current workflow years. The next one is allow loads after workflow view year. If it is set to true, this will enforce the current workflow setting to allow data loading to time period after the current workflow year. And if this is set to false, data cannot be imported to time periods after the current flow year. And the last one is certification. So lock after certify. Now here you can set it to true or you can set it to false. So if this is set to true, this will auto lock after the certification in the workflow. And if it is false, then it will not auto lock that workflow. So let's move to the dimension tab. In dimension tab, we have two parts, time dimension and user defined dimension. So in time dimension, you can see we have start year and the end year. So basically it controls start year and end year for the application. Okay. So you can choose those year from the drop down, and you cannot change the start year. And you can change, but it is not recommended because it will affect your all the reconsolidation. Means if you change it, you will have to do reconsolidation, and then there may be a possible formula changes, so it is not recommended. An end year can be changed once you start the data loading. That's not the issue. Let's move to the next part, that is user defined dimensions. So we have here user defined dimension descriptions. So it applies a custom description to 8 user-defined dimensions. The description applies to dimension type, not to each dimension, and will be visible to a user in various interfaces in a OneStream application. So users can see it, like while building reports, writing formulas, in tooltips, in drill down screens, in POV displays, in pop-up windows. They can see all this description. So here I have given example like in member filters. When you are selecting in the drop down, for UD2 we have selected description as a product. So I can see product in the bracket. Similarly in the quick view, cube views, you can see here for all the UD's dimension, I can see here description. That's the use of this one. Let's move to the next slide. That is standard report tab. That is the last setting. And this setting will be applied to auto-generating report from the cube views. So when you are setting any dashboard and which is using cube view and you are using that cube view to generate a report in PDF format, then at that time the standard report formatting will be applied there. Here you can set logo, then even in the title you can set font size, font family, whether it should be a bold, italic, or you can also change a text colors. Then in headers also you have multiple properties. So all these properties can be set here. Let's move to the next. Let's see point of view. So here we have global POV. So that is a universal time and scenario set by the administrator each month. All users will share the same global POV. It cannot be changed by user. The next one is workflow POV. So it is only relevant when working inside the workflows. This POV is set in the One Place tab under the workflow. Next one is a cube POV. It is a default POV for running cube views. This POV is unique to each user. And the cube POV can be overwritten in the POV setting within the cube view. So you can see here we have cube POV set here, and whenever you will run any cube view or quick view, then it will use this one. But suppose user want to change this cube POV in their cube views, then whenever we will set point of view in the cube view, that will override this cube POV setting. So this is all about the point of view. If you have any doubts, then you can definitely reach out to me. In the next part, We will try to learn more about the workflow and workflow profiles. Till now, goodbye.